What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. And today I'm going to break down what were the green shoots in the market today, what dangers are still out there, and what I'm doing next. So with that, let's dig in. All right, folks. I'm doing a masterclass for the first time ever. This is an 8-week course where I'm going to walk you through everything I do as a trader. You're going to learn about reading money flow, how to buy stocks 80% off. You're going to learn about zero DTE trading strategies and more. It is going to be a full breakdown of everything I do, from trading SPX to the VIX to individual equities and ETFs. So if you were interested in what I'm about, this is your opportunity to join. Click this link. Now, let's get down to business. The S&P closed up 7 points. The NASDAQ down a little bit. The Dow got smoked. Now, was the Dow really down? Not really. If you look at the Dow as a whole, most of the stocks were up. The issue with the Dow is because it's price weighted, and United Healthcare was down 23%. The Dow was down 1.3%. In actuality, if you threw out United Healthcare, it would have been up about 0.25%. It actually had a relatively strong day, United Healthcare aside. Qs were a little soft. Why? NVIDIA did not have a great day. Amazon still selling off. Google still selling off. Microsoft still selling off. But the only stock in the Mag 7 that was remotely higher was Apple, which is the one that I think is probably the most overvalued, which is funny. But I am going to be looking to set up an Apple short probably next week. That said, I kind of like the market next week. I liked it this week. We ended up kind of flattish. But I might like it more next week. Coming off a holiday weekend, and a lot of my levers that I'm watching closely are starting to get tripped. I want to start with number one. Is the Russell 2000 leading? Well, obviously it was kind of a mixed day, but the Russell 2000 was up more than any other major index. So we'll call that a small green shoot. What I want to see on Monday to feel good is that the whole market is up and IWM is leading. The Russell 2000 is leading. Good positive. On the negative side, the bond market is still a little soft. Keep an eye on the bond market. If the market does break and we take out the lows from early April, it is going to be coming from the bond market. Be aware. It is going to be the bond market. Now, TLT holding a range. Option prices are dropping. These option prices get down to the 13, 14 range. I'm going to want to own strangles because I think TLT can move. IEF also down a touch. Still in better shape than IEF, but, holding a range. Those long rates continue to be something to worry about, folks. And then my last lever was the VIX. I wanted to see it close below 30. What do you know? VIX closed below 30. 29.65. First time below 30 since April 2nd on a close. So we basically worked through a chunk of this volatility without the market really rallying. Tells you don't expect 6,500 tomorrow. The rally is going to be slower than you imagine, and there will be chop in it. But at this point, peak volatility, peak fear, without a major bond market collapse, I believe we are past. All right. And then finally, we're watching the VIX curve. We want to see May below June. Right now, they're about, call it 95 cents apart. I want to see these two flatten up. That will happen with the VIX still trading at a premium. But we get all those levers. Now we're talking about a rally. So what am I doing here? Some of these Mag 7 stocks have now gotten cheap. I'm looking at Amazon and Google. Google does have risks around it, but with a PE ratio approaching 15, there's probably some value there. Amazon, still a relatively high price earnings ratio, but in the world of Amazon, anything near 30 is cheap. So I'm looking at Amazon and saying there might be some opportunity. One other one that is starting to look like a value is Meta. But again, they have growth issues and some issues along those lines. But Meta kind of looks interesting. Probably of the three, my least favorite. All right, now to hedge those trades, I would be using something in the bond market. And a little bit off the radar, Frank and I have been talking about this stock, MP. This is one that he traded in capital gains. It's one I like. I am a buyer of the May 30 calls in MP. They're about $1.25. You can see 4,600 of those traded today. MP is a name that I think could go higher. All right, everybody. Once again, join me for my masterclass. You can click the link here. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a great day.